music is a fair and glorious gift of God. And indeed, brothers and sisters, is it not? Does not music open our hearts to the presence of God? Does not music bring us all together for many, many reasons? And lift us up, strengthen us, and help us to see how God works in our lives.
The purpose of this evening is to celebrate the glorious music performed by Maestro Hector Olivera on the magnificent Hazel Wright organ, and to ask your help in raising the funds that are needed in order to restore this amazing instrument. A wonderful Irish philosopher and poet and author and priest by the name of John O'Donoghue said this about music. He said, "Music embraces the whole person. It entrances the mind and the heart, and its vibrations reach and touch the entire physical body. Yet there is still something deeper in the way that music pervades us. In contrast to every other art form, it finds us out in more immediate and total ways. The inrush of intimacy in music is irresistible. It takes you before you can halt it. It is as though music reaches that subtle threshold within us where the soul dovetails with the divine."
It is my desire for you to hear as much as you can out of this instrument. Really, the instrument is not feeling very well. It needs to go to the hospital. And it's going to rejuvenate and come back in a long while from now, not too long, and then it's going to be full of force. I'm trying the best I can to navigate around all the things that are not really working or working well into the instrument. Don't you think that because you are listening to pretty stuff in here, then this organ is fully working? For once, I like to take the credit, and I'm working very hard in here to make things happen.
In your programs, you can read a bit about the history of the organ and know that it is the work of one of the most significant organ builders in the world today, Piero Rufatti of Padua, Italy. This company combined the former, their practically new organ in the former worship space, the Arboretum for this congregation, with an Aeolian Skinner organ from Philharmonic Hall in New York City. In addition to combining the two organs, the Rufatti craftsmen added several new divisions, including the great trumpets in the east and west balconies, some of which are now silent and in need of restoration. They also constructed this mammoth 5-manual console, the control center of the organ. For nearly 32 years, this organ has been living in what some refer to as an architecturally magnificent greenhouse. And as such, it has been subjected to widely varying temperatures in every 24-hour period. Additional factors to remember are the normal accumulation of much dirt, not to mention occasional leaks in the roof, with water that seemingly had a talent for finding its way into pipes and wind chest. And don't forget that there were huge, with these windows and doors open, huge numbers of insects that would fly in and fly into pipes, making it impossible for some of them to speak. And there are also a few birds who have decided to make nests in a few of the pipes over the years. And after hearing Hector's music tonight, I'm sure many of you may think, what's the problem? It sounds great to me. Well, it does sound great. But I can assure you that the problems are real and have now become so acute that restorative action really must be taken. Many pipes no longer play, and some pipes delight in playing when you don't want them to.
The Crystal Cathedral pipe organ is important for me, not just because it is the largest organ built by the Rufatti Organ Company, not just because it is one of the largest organs in the world, but because there is a special connection between this instrument and my work life as an organ builder. I admire the decision of the new owner to restore it. And I wish to thank Bishop Van and Monsignor Ockwin for their confidence in Rufatti and for selecting the original builder for this delicate job. We are now hearing it for the last time before restoration, played by the magic hands of virtuoso Maestro Hector Olivera. I hope that we all be back to appreciate it in its restored full splendor when it will begin to serve the new Christ Cathedral with its magnificent sound for the glory of God.
We have turned to the broader musical and ecumenical community, to all of you, to partner with us in helping us to raise $2 million for the complete renovation and restoration of this historic and iconic instrument for the honor and glory of God. It is our fondest hope, our dream, to hopefully have all work completed in time for the solemn dedication of Christ Cathedral. It would be terrible if that dedication took place without the sound of this instrument, helping us all to raise our minds and hearts in grateful prayer to the one who is the giver of all good gifts. A soli Deo Gloria.
I hope you are going to have half as much fun listening to this as I am going to have playing it for you. Are we ready? Let's do it.
Music is a great and glorious gift of God, and you know, with that gift of God comes a great responsibility for all of us. A great responsibility to continue the heritage of faith that was here and the heritage of music in this wonderful instrument. So therefore, brothers and sisters, I'm asking you to reflect this evening, how can you help us?
Many feel that this organ has a large and meaningful soul that has brought comfort, joy, and blessing beyond measure throughout its history. Through the restoration by the diocese, the torch of this organ is being passed from the Crystal Cathedral ministries to these new stewards.
Amen.